guys, it's Brevort, and today the first snapshot for 1.21.6 came out, and it is the 25w15a Snapshot, and it brings in some stuff for the Happy Ghast as well as the Player Locator Bar. So first things first, a kind of random thing that I discovered just by flying around and mashing random buttons on my keyboard. You can print the client information to chat, or not to chat, but like to your own personal chat, by pressing F3 and V, and you get everything from the snapshot all the way to the resource pack and the data pack version. So that is actually a pretty useful feature because data pack and resource pack creators won't have to go on the wiki to look to see which version they have to make their pack for. So here we are in the Soul Sand Valley, and if we go and look under one of these fossils, we should be able to find, I guess it's not under every fossil, but eventually we can find a dried ghast. So we can, oh, it mines instantly. I was not expecting that. Okay. So we can break the dried ghast and we will take it back with us to the overworld now. So the way the Happy Ghast works is that you can put it in water, and as time goes on, it will become more and more hydrated and eventually grow up into a Happy Ghast. And there is our Happy Ghast. Oh my goodness, that was loud. Okay, so let's go ahead and give him some snowballs, and that will grow him up. Does he follow me around, or? Nope, I guess not. Oh, there we go. Oh my gosh, the texture is terrifying. All right, so we can put a harness on him. I want to see how you craft this. All right, so you need 3 leather, 2 glass, and blue wool, or any color wool. And we can put the harness on. And once we do that, we can get on. Oh, it's so slow, but also it's really fun. We could go backwards, we could go forwards, we could go side to side, and we can go on with multiple people as well. And I'm pretty sure you can stand on him, yeah, so that's pretty cool. Now, if you're not standing on him, it looks like you could just walk around or fly around, but once you stand on him, they stay still. So you probably, I think you can put them on leads, although we all know how that works. Yeah, you can put him on leads. You got a little balloon. Yay! That's so fun. I like their sounds a lot too, but the texture just feels cursed to me. So ghasts actually have their own texture that got updated. Let's see how that looks. It's not too bad. It's not as cursed as the Happy Ghast, but it definitely is a little bit uncanny. Oh, that's terrifying. I definitely like the new shooting texture now. Additionally, you can also craft the Happy Ghast, and it is 8 ghast tears and 1 bone block. So additionally, I feel like one thing they should do is make it so that when you're on the Happy Ghast, you get extended reach. Just because I feel like that would be easier than having to, like, it's kind of difficult to, like, manipulate where the ghast is, because you can't stop on a dime. Also, how do you descend? I guess you look down and press forward. You also notice that it's way zoomed out. This is what it looks like with the normal FOV. I just play with my FOV really high. But yeah, when you're on a Happy Ghast, it changes the distance that the third-person camera is in, and there's a new attribute for that. What is it called? Camera distance, okay. So normally the camera distance is 4, but apparently if I'm guessing the ghast is the one that's determining the camera distance, so Happy Ghast. So yeah, the Happy Ghast has double the camera distance. So cool. So the resource pack version is now 56, and the data pack version is now 73. And there are a couple new commands. The /version command, which gives you your version info, as well as data pack create, which allows you to create a data pack with the current version. There's another feature that I need to load up on a server to show you, so let's hop over to a server with enbentz and we can show you guys the Player Locator Bar. Okay, so this is editor Brevort, and as it turns out, Discord decided not to port any of the audio to OBS, so I'm going to have to narrate to you everything that happened. So basically, the Player Locator Bar is a new feature, as you can see at the bottom of my screen where the experience bar usually is, and obviously you can use it to locate players. Depending on the direction you are looking, the Player Locator Bar will show a little icon for where a player is. However, it can be hidden with things like sneaking, or wearing a pumpkin or mob head on your head, or invisibility potions as well. We found out that by default, the range is infinite, but you can set it to a lower number if you'd like, and there are two attributes, one that changes how far it broadcasts from, and one that changes how far it's received from. So it replaces the experience bar. However, if you collect experience, you do see it for a brief second. However, it will revert back to the Player Locator Bar, given that there are still other players in the world. Each player is shown with a different color icon, and that icon can be changed with the waypoint command. Note that this is in an experimental phase at the moment, so you have to enable the experimental data pack to use it, and there's also a game rule for it, which you also have to have set to true. If you have the data pack enabled, it is set to true by default. So our main thoughts on this is that it shouldn't replace the experience bar in the way that it currently does, and that we should be able to see our experience bar at all times, whether that means just placing the bar on top of this, or just making this so that you can only see it while pressing tab. Additionally, we pretty much agreed that the range is far too big on this as is, and that it should be around 32 to 128 blocks, and that would be a reasonable distance. However, I do think that if you press tab, the distance could safely extend infinitely. Well, anyways, that is it for me, but make sure to check out enbentz channel. I hope you enjoyed the video, thank you for watching, and goodbye!